Good morning, everyone. Kevin Fernandez here with L2 Mindset. Love yourself, lead yourself. I am so glad to be all with you all here this morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, listening to this. Be obsessed or be average. That is a phrase that can make people feel a certain way. I know I picked up the book Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone a few years back, and it was a game changer for me. And while it can be a little intense for some people, and I know this because I have given away a few copies of it, and I've discussed the book with a few people, it's a very, very powerful book. And it's a very powerful way of thinking and way of living, right? Being obsessed, that can come up as a negative thing to some people, depending on how their perspective, how they look at it, right? But when you think about the most successful people that you and I know, you know, when you think about the names that I can think of that that I know, who comes to mind? Um, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, like these are giants, right? People who are have done massive things in their industries, in their careers, in their businesses. And there's one thing that they all have in common, and that is that they were obsessed. They are obsessed. The ones that are still around playing the game, they are obsessed with what they're doing. They're obsessed with their ideas, with their business, with their careers. And when you think about what does being obsessed mean, being obsessed is about being emotionally involved with an idea, right? I talked about the power of the mind, the subconscious mind, a couple of weeks ago, about how any idea that you get emotionally involved with, as long as you stick to it, it's going to manifest. It's going to come in. It's going to become your reality. So when you look at it that way, that's what being obsessed is all about, right? Like there's obviously good obsessions and then there's negative obsessions, but I don't see anything wrong with being obsessed about growing a massive company or a massive business, or about growing your wealth and multi-generational wealth, or about being the best husband or wife or sibling, or just being the best person that you can be, right? There's nothing wrong with being obsessed about doing those things, about being in the best shape of your life. I mean, like you can be obsessed about the right things, and you must be obsessed about the right things if you want to get to the next level, if you want to live life a different way than most people live. And it's not about comparing yourself to others, because at the end of the day, hopefully, people are making the decisions for themselves to live the way they want to live, right? But it comes down to looking at your results. Can you truly tell yourself right now that you're happy with your results? And you might be, but I believe that we are always wanting to grow and expand. That's just an innate part of us, that we were just wired that way. And so, no matter what your results are, you might be happy with them and you should be happy and grateful for them, but we should never be content. We should always be obsessed with growth, our personal growth, our professional growth, our business growth, our family growth, right? Our family is getting better. We need to get better. The community needs to get better. There's always ways to improve, and we must be improving, right? If you're not growing, you're dying. So being obsessed is about having that type of thinking, about thinking that you must do something every single day to push yourself forward, to move in the right direction, to step away from the things that are holding you back, to step away from the things that are deterring you from going full force toward your dreams, right? Being obsessed with surrounding yourself with the right people, being obsessed with investing your money, your resources, your time on the right things, right? The obsessed don't have time to sit around and gossip. They don't have time to sit around and complain about things that they have no control over. The obsessed stay focused on the things they have control over, on the things that they can move the needle on the things that they can make a huge difference on, making a quantum leap, right? Being obsessed is a way of life. And that's what I want you to take from this today. You have to set big goals and big dreams for yourself. That's what's going to pull you rather than you having to push, right? So many people get up every day and they're like, oh man, I'm not motivated. Um, Gosh, it's Monday or whatever day it is, right? Like it's it's no way to live, right? It's no way to live like that. You want to be excited when you get up in the morning, and the way to do that is to fall in love with an idea, to become obsessed with an idea. When you do that, you get up and you're energized, right? Because we don't get energy, we release energy. I mean, we got all the energy there is. So we release energy based on what we're thinking, based on what we feel. And so if we're thinking about a big idea, that's going to excite us, that's going to make us feel good, and we're going to release that energy that we need to do the things that we need to do, right? Haven't you ever done something that looking back, you're like, man, I don't know how I did that. Like, that was hard, right? But you did it because you were obsessed with it. You were so committed. You weren't thinking about anything else. And so you release all the energy that you needed in order to make that happen. And that's how we need to go through and achieve everything in our lives. We need to be totally committed, fully committed to doing the things that we need to do. We need to build confidence in order to go after big things, right? So many people lack confidence, lack belief in themselves. Why? Because they haven't showed up. They haven't shown up for themselves. You see, people think, well, how do I how do I get confidence? Like, I'm not confident right now, man. I'm feeling down. I'm not confident. That person is confident, but I'm not. Well, let me tell you what, just like that person gained their confidence, you can gain your confidence, right? That's not something that either you have or you don't. Like, you can get it, you can gain confidence. And the way to gain confidence is to prove to yourself that you're committed. What I mean by that is decide right now what is the next right thing, the next right move, the next step that you need to take in order to get to the next level. Whether it's hard or easy, it doesn't matter. What is the next thing? And make yourself a promise that you're going to take that step. You must make yourself that promise and then keep that promise. And the harder it was to keep the promise, but you still did it, boom, boost of confidence right there. And you do that every single day. You make yourself promises and you keep them. And after some time, you're going to be confident. You're going to be confident because you know that when you say you're going to do something, you show up and do it. That's where confidence comes in. Confidence does not come in from having everything figured out. Gosh, I mean, nobody has everything figured out. If they tell you they do, they're lying to you, running the opposite direction. Like, those are not people you want to surround yourself with. Like, nobody has to all figure out because this world is changing all the time. Business is changing. There's so many different things happening every single day. And so we're always trying to figure things out. And so confidence does not come from having everything figured out. It comes from the commitment that you make to yourself that you're going to figure out what needs to be done and you're going to do it no matter how hard it is, no matter how scared you are, no matter how much fear you're experiencing. That's about courage, right? So when I think about L2 mindset, love yourself, lead yourself, what does love yourself mean? It means that you have confidence in yourself, that you believe in yourself, that you're willing to bet on yourself, that you're willing to take the actions that you need to take to create the life that you want, to create the results that you want. That's the lead yourself part, right? Lead yourself to have the discipline to develop the habits that you need to do, no matter how hard it might be, to create the results that you want, right? So love yourself, lead yourself. It starts with the thoughts that you have, the thoughts that lead to the feelings. So, do you believe in yourself? Do you have confidence in yourself? If you believe in yourself, then you're going to take the actions, no matter how hard they are. You're going to take the actions that are necessary to get the results that you want. And if you take those actions consistently long enough, They will become habits. And so your thoughts lead to your feelings lead to your actions lead to your habits lead to your results. And guess what? Once you have successful results, positive results that you get excited about, now you look at that and that just gives you even more fuel, because now it's easier for you to have positive thoughts and feel good about yourself because your circumstances match your way of being that you want to be, the way that you want things to be. That's why I say success breeds success. When you're having success and you see the success, you see your business growing, more money coming in, more money going to your bank account, you being able to do nicer things for your family. Once you start seeing those things, it's a lot easier to believe, right? So once you can see the success, it's easier to keep building on that success. So the hard part is getting there, getting to that point where you start seeing the results. That's where faith comes in. That's when believing in yourself comes in. You have to believe that those things are going to happen without any proof in the current realm, in the current reality. You have to absolutely create the picture in your mind of what you want to happen, and then just have absolute faith, absolute belief in yourself that you're going to do the things that you need to do to make that a reality, knowing that if you don't quit, it has to happen. If you're obsessed with it, if you're obsessed with the idea and you take the actions each day and you don't quit, it has to happen. What you believe, you will prove. You must take consistent action every day. And it starts with having an idea that excites you, being obsessed with that idea. That's why I'm talking about this idea of being obsessed or being average. The average person out there is just not, they just don't have large goals that excite them. There's nothing wrong with them as people. It's just that they don't have the motivation, the drive that comes with unleashing a powerful vision, following a big goal, a big dream. And a lot of times it's because of a lack of hope, because of the blows that life has dealt them, right? That's why I say that that's the hardest part, is to get yourself from wherever you are right now, whether you're being beat down by life, whether you're dealing with setbacks and obstacles. You need to forget about the current circumstances, what happened in your life right now. Forget about it. Circumstances don't matter. Focus on your vision. Create a grand vision for your life, what you want, because what you create in your mind is a picture. You get emotionally involved with it. You get obsessed with it. You start taking action. It must manifest. It's a law. Like, it will happen. You just can't quit. You have to believe and you have to have faith. So just want to give you some encouragement this week, right? Uh, doesn't matter whether you're listening to this morning and afternoon or evening or not. I hope that you take this and implement it, right? What is something that you can fall in love with, an idea that you can get so obsessed with, a positive idea that you can get so obsessed with, that can change your life, that will get your whole self to commit, to show up, to become better, to do your best. Because at the end of the day, that's what life is all about. It's about us uncovering our potential day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. You do this consistently, and as one of my mentors said, you'll need a telescope a year from now to look back and see how far you've come. It really is a massive difference. You have to live from the inside out, not from the outside in. Again, rather than looking at the circumstances and deciding what you're capable of, create a vision in your life. Decide from within what you're capable of, get obsessed with that idea, and then take action. Action is the bridge between your inner world and your outer world, between your thoughts within your vision and your current reality, your results. So, hope this has been helpful. Kevin Fernandez here with L2 Mindset. Love yourself, lead yourself. Hope you all have a great week. Till next time.